Eddie. Ladies and gentlemen, a local resident, Eddie Large. How are you, Eddie?
Right, the crowds. Look, I'm getting mobbed here.
Yeah, just calm down. Come over here. This mic won't go very far. Eddie, how long you lived down here?
I've lived here about 30 years in the West Country. I know.
But not always in this particular part of the West Country?
No, not on the marine. We lived in the poor part before.
Which was?
Do you know, I've forgotten.
That's lovely. I guess that's your memory on your left-hand side here, is it?
That's my wife of 36 years.
36 years. Doesn't seem a day too long, does it, darling? Come here. How long have you been together?
Well, we've been together for 40 years. They said it wouldn't last, but...
Can I tell her a story about you? 77, August 16th, North Pier, Little and Lars are on there. I go off halfway through our act to get a prop guitar. I already said Elvis is dead. What? I go back on stage, do a joke while the cook people are laughing. I said, Elvis is dead. And I saw him stiffen. And that night I had to drive from Blackpool to Bury, where I lived. Tune into Radio Luxembourg. Who is on, crying his eyes out? Tony Prince.
That was a hell of a challenge.
Oh, I was in tears. I don't know if I drove home.
So was the world. You were one of many.
But why did I tune into you? Why couldn't I
I'll tell you why you tune into me, Eddie, because you've got taste.
I've got taste, that's why I'm this weight.
But if you want to know the truth, there was no other where to go. The BBC had said that Elvis was dead at 10 o'clock. Reginald Bosanquet read the news. And at 10:30, he took it off. He said, we can't confirm the death of Elvis Presley. And they went off the air. I mean, there was no late night television. There was no Sky in those days. There was no internet in those days. And the only radio station at that time of night, there was John Peel on the BBC, and he wouldn't be playing Elvis. He was probably pre-recorded. So that's why you found me doing that.
Yeah, and you're playing all these songs. Oh, what a sad day.
And were you from Bury?
No, I was born in Glasgow. I lived in Glasgow till I was 10. And then we went to live in Manchester at my Uncle Bill's. I won't tell you why, but we did. A main road right outside what was a famous football ground, which I still have my affinity to, obviously. And then I lived, where did I live after that? I can't remember. Oh, I went to live in Hume, Moss Side, Hume.
You've been on the run for years then, haven't you?
Bury. Then I met my wife, Notting Hill Gate. Gerrard's Cross.
Now, Eddie Large, I'll just put our listeners around the world in the picture, because United DJs is global. It's a stream, right? It's not FM, it's a stream. Get on any computer, any iPhone, anywhere in the world. And we have lots and lots of listeners in every country in the world. The last count, I think there were 180 countries tuned into us sometime. So I'm just explaining who Eddie Large was. He was part of a two-ball, really, little and large.
Don't say ball.
Hey? No, a two-ball, that's a golfing term, isn't it? But you were very, very funny. What happened? I mean, are you not together anymore?
We got old. No, I was ill. Well, the bottom line is I had a heart transplant 16 years ago.
Wow.
So that's pretty serious, and you started to deteriorate, your heart's failing, so it just could not work. So we didn't split up for ill feeling, it was ill health. We still talk to each other nearly every day, and we've done a few pointless celebrities, things like that, things that are easy.
Fantastic. I mean, Todd Slaughter, the president of the Elvis Presley fan club, had a heart problem 48 years ago, and they told him he probably had about 5 years to live and is still rocking.
Yeah, well, it'll be 16 years this year since my heart transplant. Oh, I've got something else to tell you, I'll trump you with. It just come to mind. I did a little stint on Radio Bristol many, many years ago for a couple of weeks, standing in, and I interviewed Priscilla Presley.
Did you now? Wow.
Tony, let me tell you, I put my best suit on, nice tie, lovely shirt, shaved, aftershave, wandered into Radio Bristol. They said, you're looking a bit smart. I said, well, who wouldn't for Priscilla Presley? They said, oh, it's over the phone.
Oh, no! Oh, I can trump you there. I actually interviewed her a couple of times, but the best one was McCartney. Paul and Linda had a party at the Hard Rock Cafe on Piccadilly because Linda had persuaded them to introduce a veggie menu, a veggie burger. So they threw a big party, and they had all kinds of people there, big superstars, but the biggest was Priscilla. She turned up with Rutger Hauer, the actor, and he went on this little dance floor they'd created in the Hard Rock and started dancing with her. And I looked at my wife Christine, who's sitting down there just down from us. I said, I'm sorry Christine, I've got to do this. And I went down and he's got his back to me and I tapped him on the back and he turns around. I said, sorry mate, this is a British tradition, this is an excuse me, off you go. And I had a dance with Priscilla, but the end product of the story is I introduced myself and we're dancing away. I said, you and I have got something in common. She said, oh yeah, what's that? I said, we both fell in love with the same guy.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Isn't that lovely?
She did like
Freddie in the interview, which is a shame.
Well, Eddie, Freddie, Eddie, thank you so much for popping by. It's lovely to see you. Have you got anyone around the world who might, because this gets replayed on Mixcloud, you know, so they can go to Mixcloud and hear this forever and ever. This show will be on there. So have you got anybody around the world you want to say hi to?
Yeah, my brother's in Tenerife. That's in the world, isn't it, I think? And his wife and the grandkids are all in Tenerife. So if you're listening, everyone's looking for you. The tax man, everyone, come home.
He ain't coming home. Tenerife, okay, well, you send him a message saying go to United DJs, the Station of the Stars on Mixcloud, and listen to Tony Prince's show this hour of the day on this particular day, and your brother will get that greeting. Eddie Large, God bless you.
Thank you, Tony. Nice to see you.
You too, buddy. Now then, I've got to get back to this mouse that's playing Rattish.